Hello everyone, this is Andrew Graves with Strength and Wisdom Fitness, and today I'm going to be going over the push-up. Okay, so getting right into it. So basics of the push-up are you're in this position like this. This is what we think of as a standard push-up, and there's a lot to consider here. A lot of, I wouldn't say misinformation, but a lot of emphasis on very minute things. And I sort of want to skip all those. For most people, it's not going to be an issue. So basically what you want to do is start with your hands right about shoulder width. Often you'll see people do them like this. I don't want to say this is wrong, but it does for a lot of people, not everyone, put more stress on the shoulder joint and the rotator cuff than is necessary. So it's not that it's wrong, but the risk benefit for the majority of people it's just not there. So I'm going to advise level with the shoulder. Okay, so when I come down, my elbows will kind of rub my side, and I'm going to come straight down, look forward, get my chest almost touching the floor, and come back up. Now, some additional considerations. To make any exercise easier, you're going to increase the leverage to put more stress on the muscle you're trying to work. So the easiest form of a push-up is from the knees, like this. Then we'll go here, then you can elevate the feet, or you can put the hands on something unstable like gymnastics rings, something like that. But for this instruction, I'm just going to go over some more details on the basic push-up from this position. Okay, spine alignment. You'll often, come to the side of me here a little bit, you'll often, the main correction that people give on a push-up is that this is sagging, right? For some people, they sag like this, and for some people, they pike like this, right? Okay. The sagging of the spine is something you want to avoid just for injury purposes, because not within each repetition, but over time, the compression right there of me going back, right, over lots and lots of reps, can sort of wear out the musculature here and stress this spine. So that you do want to keep a kind of a neutral spine. This doesn't increase injury risk, but it works a slightly different part of the muscle. Okay, so it's kind of a different exercise. It's getting more toward a pike push-up, which is like this. That's just a different exercise. So, neutral spine, again, right under the shoulder, elbows can rub, and there's two main things you want to keep in mind here on all your bodyweight exercises. The first is full range of motion. Okay, so you get lots of people who, they think I'm going to do 20, 30 push-ups, so they just do, all right? Form doesn't matter that much. They're not being that specific. They're just trying to hit those numbers. And you're not harming yourself there, but you are being less efficient, and you're not building strength in the entire range of motion that that exercise exists in. So when I come down, I want to go almost touching the floor. Okay, that's the bottom part of the motion. And at the top, there's actually a little extra here. So a lot of people stop with the elbow slightly bent or the elbow straight. But there's also, if you can see this, shoulder protracted, like this. So a lot of people stop here with the shoulder in line, with the clavicle here. You want to push forward a little more. So at the top of the motion, it looks like this. Here's the usual stopping place for people. You want a little extra. Bah. And this gets the serratus anterior right here. It's musculature that runs like this. And that's also important for punching. It's the very end of the punch. And when you rotate, it's the snap part, this part back here. So you don't want to just work the tricep and the pectorals. You also want to work some of this down here. So that's a tip for that. So full range of motion, just to review, is chest almost touching, come up, little extra, right? Okay. One more thing on the push-up. The weight distribution of your body will take weight off of your hands or put it on your hands. Ideally, you want to load your hands as much as you can, right? Because you're trying to work this part of your body with this exercise. So if I'm here, I have a lot of weight on my toes right now. So what I'm going to do is push forward. like that. Now my weight's more on my hands. Now, if this hurts your shoulder, or if you can't do one way up here, it's fine to start with your weight back a bit more if you're just starting out with push-ups, right? When you get to between 5 and 10 of these, your nervous system kind of knows what it's doing, gets this unification where you're pushing equally with both hands. Then you can start to shift your weight a bit more forward, right? Again, to your comfort level, everyone's different on their shoulder. Some people never feel pain. Some people feel pain with the slightest adjustment. That's going to be individualized, but ideally you want to load more and more. And of course, as you raise your feet, that's what's happening. You're loading your hands more and more and more. One more thing on this exercise. The musculature of the tricep on this push-up, if you look at the fibers here, they run in the direction of push. So when I'm pushing, it's in line with this motion. But the pectorals, the fibers actually run crossways, like this. They don't run vertical. So to get the pectorals to work on a push-up, what you want to do is squeeze the ground as you push. So what I mean by that is, as I push up, I'm not just pushing like this, I'm also trying to bring my hands together through the ground, okay? And you really want to focus on these, not just go for high numbers, 20, 30, something like that. It's actually better if your quality goes up and your numbers come down. So if you can do 20 of a not really paying attention push-up, and you can get yourself down to a 10 to 15 quality push-up, you're going to see better results than if you go from 20 not really caring push-ups to 30 not really caring push-ups, right? So, go from here, I go all the way down. When I come up, I'm going to squeeze my chest together. And you can actually do this if you just stand here and pull your hands together. You'll feel your pectorals increase a little bit. They kind of inflate because that's the motion. This is why flies work the chest. You know, the primary motion for the pectoral is this, right? Not this. So to get them involved here, you have to have some of this motion, right? So that's what we're doing. So I encourage you to really build a mind-muscle connection with all of your exercises, and you know, refer to this video repeatedly if you need to, and sort of, you know, make sure you get all these little details in there so you're getting the most out of the exercise and the most out of your time. Okay, that's it. Thank you.